and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to do a review on the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Foundation that's come out. Now, I had not wanted to buy this to begin with because everywhere I went it was $19.99, and to me that's expensive for a drugstore foundation. I've got many that are kind of like around the $10 mark, so this one to me was pretty expensive. But then I saw it at Walmart for $14.99 and I thought maybe I should give it a try. I had seen a lot of reviews on it and heard that it was a pretty decent foundation, so I wanted to try it. I got the shade 102 Shell Beige, and the claims on this foundation is that the finish is called a demi matte finish. It wears up to 24 hours, the coverage is medium, and the texture is air light. So I just wanted to see how it was. I've tried this a few times and I wanted to say that I really like this foundation. Out of all the foundations that I have, and I have a couple high-end foundations, primarily drugstore, this performs better than any of the ones that I have tried so far. So for $14.99, I think it's worth it. Honestly, the L'Oreal Lumi, True Match Lumi, which is a really nice foundation, it's around $14.99 most places. Again, this is only $14.99 at Walmart. But I have been really impressed with the staying power of this foundation. The coverage is really beautiful. I felt like it was a little bit darker than what I normally get, but it actually matched me better than what the majority of my foundations. Yeah, it was just a good match for me. The other thing that has been said about this foundation is that it's got a more yellow base, which a lot of drugstore foundations tend to have more of a beigey or a pinky base. And that's true. This one to me was nice and yellow, which is what I want. I look kind of pink, but I actually have more yellow undertones in my skin. So a yellow to a neutral works better for me. So I really liked this foundation as far as the color match was concerned. And then as far as wearability, a lot of times throughout the day, my foundation will hold up, especially with the primer, but it'll start to break apart here and in my nose area, in my chin, and I start to it just looks weird. And I hate that look. I just think it's gross. So I found that this L'Oreal Infallible does not do that. It wears really nicely. So I'm going to just insert a quick clip of me applying the foundation so you get to see kind of what the coverage is like, and then I'll be back. And I'm just using a dampened beauty blender and just putting it on the same way I put on any other foundation. What I found with this one is, although it's considered a medium coverage, it's actually fuller than most of my full coverage foundations from the drugstore. So that's just the foundation. I think it covers really quite well. Yeah, like as far as evening my skin out, yeah, I think it does a great job. I also don't think it looks super cakey. And I'll get the rest of my makeup on and then we'll talk. I'm impressed with how it wears, but I'm going to show you how it wears by letting you see. This is my face. It's 2:45 in the morning, and just finished all my makeup. So we're going to go throughout the whole day, and I'll check in a couple times, once at about 2:30 or 2 o'clock, somewhere around there. So you see how it's then, and then I will check back in around probably 7, and then again before I go to bed, so that you can see how it is wearing. So I hope that that's going to be helpful for you. Yeah, we'll see you soon. So just checking in, it is 1:24, so roughly close to 3 hours since I've applied the foundation, and it still looks exactly the same. It's a little bit shiny through here, but I also have the Mary Luminizer by the Balm on, so that's part of it. But I am slightly, just a slight little bit of shine, but that's pretty standard. So anyway, other than that, it's not breaking up around my nose at all, which is exciting. How do you guys look? Do you like looking at my nostrils? Anyway, looking good. We'll check in a few hours. I've got some running around to do, and we'll see how it's doing. See you later. So it is 7:30 in the evening and my foundation is still looking just fine. It hasn't broken up in the nose area. Normally this is the worst part. It hasn't done that at all. A lot of times it breaks up in the nose area. It's perfectly fine. My chin still has makeup on, which oftentimes it doesn't. So far I would say this is the best foundation I own, including the couple high-end ones that I have. So I'm really impressed. I'll check back in a couple hours just before I wash my makeup off. See you in a bit. So it's what time is it? 9:36. So I've almost worn this makeup for 10 hours or for 12 hours. You know, I've been at home, so I've been kind of rubbing my nose and different stuff like that. I ate, I haven't reapplied any lipstick, anything. For the most part, I think that this foundation really held up well. Yeah, I'm impressed with it. I really like it. All the different times I've used it, I'm impressed with the staying power. I'm impressed with how well it does in my T-zone, not breaking up. And even now, like, you can see that it's makeup, but it didn't break up, where it kind of looks, it looks like just a mess. It didn't do that on me. So I'm really pleased. So I hope that this was helpful. Thank you so much for watching and have a great day, or in my case, night.